Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your mid-October 2017 tarot card reading. So I'm just going to jump right in here. I've already shuffled and meditated on your sign and chosen a couple animal cards, and then there are quite a few cards that wanted to, just make a presence, make their presence known. So let's dive in. So the two animal cards that I have that I drew for you, you've heard me say this before, and if you're new, welcome. But we have, I use these animal cards as sort of this overarching thematic energy to keep in mind as we move through the rest of the spread. So I'm going to first read them from the book, and then I'll give you my intuitive 2 cents. So we have the cheetah crossed by the fire ant. So interesting. There's such a dynamic energy between these two, but also so supportive. This is action, I'm hearing. All right, so before I get into that, I just want to dive right into everything with you right away, it feels like. But all at once, too. So one thing at a time. Cheetah, 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 cheetah. Okay. So lots of fire, lots of fire. Both cheetah and fire ant are both fire. So cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So, if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient, competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. And as I was meditating, and I wrote this down, that there is this question of relationship is coming up strong. This question of partnership and companionship, this awareness of another and the other. So there's this look at environment, but who do I want around me is sort of a question that I'm sort of hearing come up around this Virgo energy. So anyways, let's go to the fire ant here. The fire ant crossing the cheetah, it's aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. Fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances, rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive, and that's coming up strong with this card. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. When in balance, thoughtful, disciplined, and when out of balance, argues, excess heat, gossips. To bring into balance, solo time and walks at night. So there is this immense sensitivity that's coming from this card, both cards. So there is this strong desire to move forward, to make change and create change. There's this new motivation that is coming in, and this fire ant energy. It's this sensitivity. So that's coming up strong. So there's this strong desire that I'm feeling to first of all, when I was meditating, I did see the Five of Cups come up quite a lot. So there is this feeling that you're facing some sort of disappointment. So there's something, and it could be from the deep past, it could be more present, more recent. But there is this feeling that with this sensitivity, there's this, you're facing, and in order to rise beyond this state of deflation and disappointment that you experienced at one point or time. And again, this could be more recent, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be deep past. But whatever it is there's this resurgence of it's almost like you're feeling more of where there was pain before, sort of that sensitivity, that tenderness. But this cheetah energy is rising up, this fire, this ambition, and it's almost with that fire energy, that spontaneity, that drive, is coming up and helping you to rise above these sensations of disappointment, these older feelings of letdown. So it is sort of where you may have felt stagnant and stuck there. It's actually very similar to the energy you were getting at the beginning of October, which is this phoenix rising, this rising from the ashes. And we see that here with this fire energy still so present. So this transformation is happening and is still very, very, very alive. And now we're sort of seeing this action plan. And let me show you what I'm looking at. So let's keep these in mind as we move through the rest of the spread. There's also this question, this look at community here, very strongly with this. And I just heard combining forces and resources. Combining forces and resources. And there is this strong singular energy that I'm looking at that looks like it wants to be, it's almost like you're on the hunt. And it's this mission to create a support system and to be a support system. There is this focus, this, we see it at the center, these colors sort of, they're matching up here. So there is this sense of direction. There is this, you know what you want. And it's just about cultivating it. And it looks, again, there is this sort of, this matter of community with this fire ant card. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Let's keep this in mind. Can we see that? Okay. So first of all, these are the cards on the bottom of the deck that wanted to sort of come out for you. We have the Father of Cups reversed next to the Four of Pentacles reversed, over the Daughter of Wands, over the Five of Swords reversed, over the Six of Swords reversed, right side up, and with the Devil sort of anchoring those cards. And then here we go with your Celtic Cross here. This represents your energy, the focal point of your spread, Mother of Swords. This is you, Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But this feels for many of you like it's you. And then crossing that, wow, we have the Daughter of Swords. And then anchoring your entire spread here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And then in the recent past, we have the Seven of Swords. And this could be recent, but it also feels like it could be. Time is a little bit, because this is a general reading, and for so many of you, this feels like for some of you it's recent, and for some of you it feels not so recent. But again, it's sort of those sensations of something from the past could just be coming up more presently for you. And then we have, in the near future, we have the Tower reversed. Interesting. And then up top here, crowning the reading, we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Very interesting. So representing you, also another general energy for you, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So again, there's that community energy coming up, that desire for support, that looking for support, that seeking support. In your environment, we have the Hermit. Interesting. Cancer also, and there are lots of similarities here with the Cancer energy, sort of that this recognition of your own potential and this sort of seeking out potential that's coming up. And this almost like this feeling, the similarity of giving yourself time around something, but now you're taking action. So, and then in Hopes and Fears, we have the Mother of Pentacles reversed. This also came up for Cancer, I believe. And then in the outcome, or leading us into the beginning of November, we have the Five of Wands reversed, sort of sandwiched by the Son of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. And I just heard break down, break through, break down, break through. This is big. Okay. All right, here we go. So, focal point of the spread. The Mother of Swords. There's this clarifying and this purifying that I'm hearing with this card. There's this sharp eye on something. There's this honing of your craft, I just heard. Simplifying. And I just heard community service. So there is this look to, it's almost as a way to support yourself. You're reaching to your community. You're looking to serve. How can I be of service? I just heard. There's this question of how can I be of service? And we're looking for fulfillment here. We're looking for fulfillment, deep fulfillment. Crossed by the Daughter of Swords, Mother of Swords, Daughter of Swords. So there is this pair. There's this presence when we're looking at partnership and companionship. This could be family, friend, significant other, friend. I just heard again, daughter, anything like, it really, and it doesn't have to be female, male. It's just, it feels like there is this, I just heard a duo. So there is this coming together, this coming closer. And it could be connected to someone that you have a history with, I feel. And it's almost this parallel energy between these two, that at this point in time, there's some crossover. So there's this, you both are serving a purpose for one another at this point in time. And there's this asset that you're finding in one another. And it feels as though someone may be leaning on you at this point in time. I just heard needing you more so than usual. And this community support, I feel like it could be somewhat inspired by this other person who's coming into your life, whose presence is coming into your life right now in a new way, in a larger way. Anchoring the spread, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So really, all the possibilities are on the table here for you. And there's this newfound awareness, this sort of acceptance of that, where you're sort of saying, okay, I am captain of this ship, and there's this seeking purpose, seeking inspiration. Going on a trip. So it doesn't have to be a literal trip, but there's some sort of desire for, it could be, but There's also, this also could be stemming from some sort of, this feels like a very inspiring energy, and a launch pad of some kind, this inspiration, this adventure that lives in this card. It feels like an inciting incident to a degree. So something that has incited and sort of fueled this ambition to make more for yourself, I just heard. And then in the recent past, we have the Seven of Swords. And I feel for many of you, and I hope that this isn't the case, but for many of you, it feels like we're looking at some past trauma, some past hurt, some past betrayal. So there is this this guardedness in your heart chakra, but it also feels like this block in sort of how you see things. So it's something from your past that has obscured your vision, has somehow tainted how you receive the world, how you receive your reality. So there's this obscuration that's that has taken place, and this could be you or it could be someone close to you, but whatever this is it feels like there's this working through, and it feels like I'm hearing conversations, lots of conversations about how to move through this pain, this trauma, how to see through this obscuration, if that's even a word, I don't know, this vision obscured. And I keep hearing rose-colored glasses, so there's this almost desire to change the lenses of how you see the world. And this, again, this partnership here, this dynamic feels, I just heard revisiting. So there's this revisiting something from your past, someone from your past, or a version of yourself from your past. And it feels supportive, and it feels constructive, and it feels karmic. And it has a purpose right now. It has a strong purpose. So this is carrying us directly into the Tower reverse. So there is this shake-up feeling, and Cancer had this as well. But it's like almost there was this shake-up, and then now there's sort of this stabilizing. There's this reorganizing. There's this reformulating. It's almost like the ground beneath your feet starts to look different here in the near future. There's a change-up somehow. There's a change-up in your environment. There's a change-up in your community. The color of your reality looks a little bit different. So whatever this desire to sort of change the lenses of things, it feels like right now you're in the midst of changing that reality, changing how you see your reality, how you approach your reality. The Cheetah energy is quickly moving you forward. It's supporting these relationships coming in. And it's almost like you see where you once felt alone, you feel like you're in good company. I just heard now. So no longer. So no longer alone. There is this feeling that you're now in good company. And then crowning the reading, the Ace of Cups. So there's this release of emotion. There is this surrendering energy with the Ace of Cups. There's this getting lighter. I'm feeling this getting lighter. And there's something strong here connected to the Hermit about self-study. This is in your environment as well. So this could be schooling. This could be some sort of community outreach or studying or coming together. But it's there is this study energy, this exploration, this investigation energy that's coming up in your environment, and it's allowing you and enabling you to release what no longer serves you. changeover, I just heard. And there is overall this strong purification energy here. So it's almost like you're cleansing your palate for what is to come. So we have also representing you this Seven of Wands. So we're again seeing that standalone energy sort of turned on its head. And now this beginning to, I just heard change of house. So it's almost like the roof over your head. You're finding shelter with others. And it's nurturing your sense of self-worth, I just heard. That's amazing. And then the Hermit, we've spoken about that environment, this self-study, this study, this expansion through introspection. And there's also this sense of holding yourself to the light or being held up to the light. So there's this strong energy of feeling seen. So it feels like you're being seen. It's beautiful. So in Hopes and Fears, the Mother of Pentacles reversed, I feel that this is a question of, this is a matter for many of you. We're looking at the stability of where you have invested your resources. So there's this sense that, and turnover, changeover, just heard that again. So there's this sense that there's this question of the integrity of the investments that you have made of your resources in the past, sort of questioning that, saying, I just heard chalking up your losses. So there is, for some of you, this feeling of, did I invest my resources, my time, energy, money, poorly? So again, this evaluation energy coming up. So there's this look at that in your fear, and because this is in your fears, it is sort of, how do you trust yourself as you invest in others now? And as you know, how to invest properly is a question for you. And I feel that this is a fear. So it's almost saying, that's just a fear. It's not your reality. You can trust yourself. You are not the same person. You are not the same version of yourself that you were when you have invested poorly, perhaps in the past. And there is with this, the Four of Pentacles, we have this tendency to be a little tight-fisted, to sort of be careful with our funds, to be careful with our resources, to be conscious and aware. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't feel like you're going overboard with that. It's these action steps that you're taking to create a sense of greater stability. And again, it's this coming into November here, I feel that there's a lot of security. There is a feeling strong in your, in where you are with your resources, feeling empowered and feeling stable. So there is sort of this tying up loose ends, looking at where you're perhaps leaking resources and closing up those gaps so you feel like there is a lot of integrity in where where your resources are. In good standing, I just heard. So the Son of Wands going into November, the Five of Wands reversed. There's more fire energy here. And it feels like there is this sense of options and conversations are coming back up. And there's, I just heard trip again, a trip. So there might be a trip coming up. But there's this progressional energy that's coming up with this Son of Wands. There's this literal almost rising up the totem pole. And it feels as there's getting this heightened perspective, getting a bird's eye view, I just heard. So it's looking at all of your options from a different perspective. Very similar to Cancer. And there is this building energy. So it's making very real progress here. Leaps and bounds, I just heard. And it's out from the thick of it, I just heard. And I just saw the Five of Cups again. So there is sort of this, what was heavy for you in the past. There's this lightning, there's this new cycle. It's sort of the waxing and waning of the moon, the waxing and waning of the moon. So it's kind of this now it's sort of, you were in this waning cycle, and now we're in this waxing, this building cycle. So that's really, really positive. So the Father of Cups reversed, I'm hearing Scorpio with this for some of you. The Father of Cups reversed. So there is this looking at structuring. So you're looking at sort of your schedule, I just heard. And creating balance and creating expansion. So there is some tension here with this Four of Pentacles. There is sort of this, it's constructive, productive, creative tension. It's this tension to expand. And this feels like a project of some kind. It could be physical. We're with the Pentacles, we're working with the earth element. So the tangible material world. So there is this physical transformation I just heard. And exploration. And I am sort of physicality and movement, and the body is coming up very strongly around sort of working with that on the material plane, sort of working with your physical body is coming up very strongly. And the Daughter of Wands over the Five of Swords reversed, over the Six of Swords. Again, there is this feeling of movement here, sort of this from one location to another. So that's possible for some of you. And it's almost cutting through the dross, cutting through the, there's this, you're being called to use your voice to sort of be in a, I just heard to be the boss, to be in a state of authority, to make to help with decision making. And it's something about with a specific decision, it's sort of cutting through the chaos, cutting through the emotional disorder I just heard. And this feels like someone like leaning on you for a hand with this. And the Devil, this feels like there is, again, I just heard again, break open, break free, break open, break free. So there is that phoenix rising, this rising from the ashes once more. So you're still in this cycle. You're still in this state of rising up. So that's profound. And keep moving forward with this. This is saying you are fully supported to make great change, to make great strides forward. So do it. Use this energy. Use this energy. Okay, I love you so much. I hope that this was helpful. Do check out your sun, moon, and rising, because that way you can get a more holistic reading that is specifically geared toward your natal chart. So, so check that out, and hopefully this resonated with you. If not, let it go. Look on YouTube. There are wonderful readers, and just find what you need. But hopefully for most of you, this resonates. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it so much. And I love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful next 2 weeks here. I'm just sending you all of my love.